you ever wonder why wealth seems to stay in certain families while others struggle generation after generation? The answer is simple: knowledge. The rich don't just leave money behind, they leave mindsets. They pass down principles that shape how their children see, use, and multiply money. Because wealth isn't built by chance, it's built by culture. And that culture starts early. The rich talk about money openly, they teach it deliberately. They train their children not just to earn, but to understand. And that's the difference. Most parents teach their kids how to work for money. The rich teach their kids how to make money work for them. Here are the 7 things the rich teach their kids about money, the lessons that shape how they think, act, and build wealth for life. And if you learn these same lessons, even as an adult, they can completely change your financial future. Because wealth isn't about age, it's about awareness. The first thing the rich teach their kids about money is the difference between assets and liabilities. This is the foundation of financial literacy. The rich teach their children that everything you own either makes you money or costs you money. There is no neutral. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out, simple as that. The average person confuses the two. They call their house an asset, their car an asset, their gadgets, clothes, and luxury items assets. But the rich teach their children to look deeper. If it doesn't produce income or appreciate in value, it's not an asset, it's an expense. They don't focus on owning things, they focus on owning value. From a young age, they train their kids to ask one question before buying anything: will this make me richer or poorer? That question alone separates the wealthy from the struggling, because most people buy to impress, while the rich buy to invest. The second thing the rich teach their kids is how to make money work for them. The poor and middle class are taught to work for money, to trade time for paychecks, effort for survival. But the rich teach their kids that money is a servant, not a master. They show them that every dollar is a worker, and its job is to bring back more dollars. They teach them about the power of compounding, of investing, of ownership. They make them understand that you can't save your way to wealth, you must grow it. Money sitting in a bank loses value over time because inflation eats it. But money invested in the right assets multiplies quietly, invisibly, relentlessly. They teach their kids early that you don't get rich by working harder. You get rich by working smarter, by making your money and ideas do the work. That's why the rich don't just earn income. They build systems that earn for them. The third thing the rich teach their kids is that time is more valuable than money. Money lost can be earned again, but time lost is gone forever. The rich teach their children to value time like treasure, to guard it, protect it, and invest it wisely. They teach them that time is the real currency of life. While most people spend their time chasing money, the rich spend their money buying back time. They use leverage, people, technology, automation to create freedom. They don't waste hours on things that don't compound. They teach their kids to ask, is this activity building my future or stealing it? They make them understand that every wasted day is an unpaid debt to their dreams. The rich don't raise their kids to be busy. They raise them to be productive, because busy people work hard. Productive people build systems. The fourth lesson the rich teach their kids is that money is a game, and like any game, it has rules. The problem is, most people were never taught the rules. They were taught how to play, but not how to win. They were taught how to earn money, but not how to keep it, grow it, or protect it. The rich teach their kids that money follows those who understand it. They show them how taxes work, how credit works, how investments grow, how markets move. They don't let schools be their only teachers, because schools teach people how to work for money, not how to make money work for them. They make financial education part of their daily life, dinner conversations, car rides, family meetings, because they know ignorance is expensive. If you don't understand money, someone else who does will always control you. The fifth thing the rich teach their kids is that failure isn't the end, it's tuition. Most people grow up terrified of losing. They're told mistakes are bad, that failure is shameful. But the rich teach their children that failure is feedback. It's how you learn faster than everyone else. They encourage their kids to take risks, to experiment, to start businesses, to invest, to fail, and to try again. Because they know every failure carries a lesson that builds wisdom, and wisdom builds wealth. They don't protect their kids from pain, they prepare them for it. They teach them resilience, how to recover, adapt, and evolve. While others raise their children to fear loss, the rich raise theirs to manage it. That's why their kids grow up confident, not cautious. The sixth thing the rich teach their kids is that wealth is built through ownership, not wages. The rich don't raise employees, they raise owners. They make their children understand that you'll never be truly free while working for someone else's dream. They encourage them to create, to build, to invest, to own. They show them how to buy shares in companies, how to own property, how to start businesses. They explain that a job is fine to start with, but dangerous to depend on. Because when your income depends on a boss, your freedom depends on permission. They teach that the goal of money isn't just to earn it, but to multiply it through ownership. While others raise their kids to look for jobs, the rich raise theirs to create them. And finally, the seventh thing the rich teach their kids about money is that wealth is a mindset, not a number. The rich know that money is emotional before it's mathematical. They teach their kids to respect money, but never worship it. They show them that wealth starts in the mind, in habits, discipline, and belief. They make them understand that your bank balance is a reflection of your mindset, not the other way around. If you think small, you earn small. If you think fearfully, you act slowly. They teach them abundance, that opportunity is everywhere, that money flows to value, and that scarcity is a lie created by those who don't understand leverage. They raise their kids to think long-term, to delay gratification, to invest early, to live below their means, and to see money as a tool, not an identity. But here's what makes the rich truly different. They don't just teach these lessons in words, they teach them through experience. They give their kids controlled exposure to money. They let them earn, save, invest, and even lose. They teach them to budget, to plan, to donate. They make them work for what they want, not because they can't afford it, but because they know discipline builds character. They show them both sides, the luxury and the responsibility. They show them that wealth comes with stewardship, the duty to use money wisely, to create impact, to give back. Because real wealth isn't just financial, it's spiritual. It's the peace of knowing you're in control of your life. The poor and middle class raise their kids to fit into systems. The rich raise theirs to build them. The poor tell their kids, get a good job. The rich tell theirs, build something great. The poor teach their kids to avoid risk. The rich teach theirs to manage it. The poor teach their kids to save. The rich teach theirs to invest. The poor teach their kids to wait for opportunity. The rich teach theirs to create it. That's why wealth compounds across generations, not just through money, but through mindset. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. If you weren't taught these lessons growing up, it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to learn them now. You can become the first generation in your family to break the cycle. You can become the person who starts teaching wealth, not waiting for it. The same principles that the rich pass down to their children can be learned at any age. You can rewrite your financial DNA. You can start teaching your own kids these lessons, even if you're just learning them yourself, because change begins with awareness. So start now. Start by redefining how you see money. Teach your kids and yourself that money is not evil, but neutral. It's power, and power must be directed wisely. Teach them that saving is important, but investing is essential. Teach them that hard work matters, but ownership matters more. Teach them that failure is not fatal, that discipline builds freedom, and that freedom is the real goal, not luxury, not status, not comparison. And teach them through your example. Let them see you learning, investing, budgeting, and growing. Let them see you reading about money, talking about it openly, making decisions with intention. Because children don't follow advice, they follow behavior. If you want to raise financially intelligent kids, you must become financially intelligent yourself. The greatest inheritance you can give your children isn't money, it's mindset. It's the ability to create, multiply, and sustain wealth long after you're gone, because money without wisdom disappears. But wisdom without money can always rebuild it. That's why the rich stay rich, even when they lose. They've mastered the game at the level of thought, not just at the level of income. So remember these 7 lessons. Assets over liabilities. Make money work for you. Time is more valuable than money. Money is a game. Learn the rules. Failure is tuition, not tragedy. Ownership is freedom, and mindset is everything. If you live by these rules, your kids won't have to start from zero. They'll start from wisdom. That's what the rich teach their kids about money. That's how generational wealth is built, not through inheritance, but through intention. And that's how you change your story forever, by learning what the rich already know and then teaching it to those who come after you. Because wealth begins with one decision, the decision to stop surviving and start building. And that's a lesson worth passing on for generations.